The date is April 19th, 1775. The American Revolutionary War has just begun. A young tailor by the name of Hercules Mulligan decided this was his chance to do his part in helping the cause. Living in New York at the time, Mulligan joined a small militia that stole British cannons, as well as assisted the Sons of Liberty in tearing down a statue of King George III. After George Washington retreated from New York, Mulligan was imposed to remain in the city and return to his small clothing business. This left him only wanting more action. It was then that one of his dear close friends, Alexander Hamilton, implied that he should become a spy for the Continental Army. Hence, Hercules Mulligan was an ideal candidate due to his close proximity to the enemy. Quite eagerly, he accepted this offer. Throughout the war, Mulligan performed his role with precision and perfection. He appealed to the enemy British officers by knowing exactly what to say and how to act. Through his involvement with the British officers, he gained incredibly valuable information about the enemy's movement and motives. Multiple times he was able to offset the British Army's next move. Aside from the major impact he had on the British Army, the undercover spy prevented General George Washington from harm 2 times. Throughout his involvement in the American Revolutionary War as a member of the Culper Ring and a member of the Sons of Liberty, as well as a fighting activist for colonial rights, has marked him as a large historical founding father figure of the United States. This is why Hercules Mulligan deserves a place on the AP US History Wall of Fame. Many people have probably heard of Hercules Mulligan through the musical Hamilton, written by Lin-Manuel Miranda, which highlights the life and accomplishments of Alexander Hamilton. Hercules Mulligan is briefly talked about throughout the musical, specifically his accomplishments of being an undercover spy of the British Army. Hercules Mulligan was born to parents Hugh and Sarah Mulligan on the 25th of September, 1740. Mulligan studied at King's College in New York, better known today as Columbia University. After he graduated, he worked as a clerk for his father's accounting business. A few years later, he went on to opening his own tailoring business, in which he catered to many wealthy officers for the British Crown Forces. During the Revolutionary War, Hercules Mulligan played a crucial role in helping to achieve the final victory at the siege of Yorktown. In 1785, Mulligan continued to fight for democratic ideals and co-funded the New York Manumission Society. He then later died in 1825 at the age of 80 and is buried today next to Alexander Hamilton at the Trinity Church Cemetery in New York.